Hello, everybody. I have an idea. And I've had this idea for a little bit, but it didn't strike me until I was backing up my Nintendo 64 games. And I came across something. Let me go grab it. I was backing up all of my cartridges and converting my saves. And I got to Pokemon Stadium. And I booted the game up and I went into a battle just kind of to futz around. And I noticed something about my particular copy of Pokemon Stadium. You see, there was an adapter that came with the game, a Game Boy adapter. And with that Game Boy adapter, you could play Pokemon, blue or red or yellow, on your TV. But you could also transfer your team from this game to this game. And I apparently did that at some point. And see, since I played Pokemon Blue the first time, I've either erased the data and started over, or the battery went kaput. I'm not sure. But my original save is no longer here. My original team. But 3 of the 6 are here and are still alive and now backed up on Pokemon Stadium. There's a level, they're all level 100, a level 100 Lapras, Gengar, and a Mew. And these are my original Pokemon on here. And so I thought, can I get them from here and put them in... Should have grabbed this while I was over there. Into here. From here to here. Is it possible? And I think it is. I don't know. I don't believe anyone's tried it. I haven't really looked it up. But I think that I can get all the Pokemon, all 3 of them, my original Lapras, Gengar, and Mew, from Pokemon Stadium, that were originally from my copy of Pokemon Blue. I think I can get them from here to switch into Pokemon Home and ultimately into a game like Pokemon Violet. The key is the 3DS and Pokemon Bank, which is no longer available to download officially. I'm sure there are scrupulous means to get it, but I still have Pokemon Bank and that subscription, that lifetime, whatever. So the key is to get a save from the Game Boy and convert it to something that works with the virtual console version on the 3DS, which has Pokemon Bank support. From Bank to Home. So really the key is, can I get it from the N64 to the 3DS? And I think I can. And so, in this idea, I thought I'd document it. I thought I would document this journey, this idea, to find out if it's possible or not. You know, whether or not that actually works, I don't know. And so, I'm here. I have the games. And just kind of over the course of, I don't know how long, I'm going to just chip away at this idea, this problem, and do the steps. It's going to require getting them off of here and back onto the Game Boy, making sure that this battery works at least long enough to back up a save from it. I think that should be more than possible. Everything's backed up. We can reload this if needed. So we got to get it here. We got to get it from here to the 3DS, from the 3DS to the Switch, to the cloud, to Pokemon Home. So I think it can be done, and I'm going to document it here for you. So the clothes may change, the voice may change, but it starts right here with an idea. So let's see if I can salvage some 25-year-old Pokemon, or however old they are. 20-year-old Pokemon's probably a more likely number. And see if I can bring them into the modern era. So let's go. First things first. Gotta make sure this guy works. Save data works on this. So let's grab the OG. Look at how yellowed that is. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing needs a serious cleaning. But the point here is to make sure save data works before we do the transfer. So yeah, put the plate on. Here. I'll burn it up here. Stand up. No. We've got to continue. That's a good sign. Player blue. Where am I? I'm in Viridian. My start button is not working. Got a level 10 Bulbasaur. We're very early. I wonder if I can even trade. What's the hurry? The video? It's gonna take one more. Stop impacting my speed. Thank you. Goodbye, Weedle. Alright. We gotta get to a place with Pokemon Center, I assume. Which, thankfully, is just down the route here. Alright. We've saved. I guess the next step is to try and transfer the Pokemon. Let's turn everything on for that process. Let's shut that off. Let's reposition the camera so you can kind of see what's going on. Let's do it. Look how just right across there. Just right. It's a nice shade of blue though. Anyway, let's reposition the camera. Alright. This is clip trace. First step. We need to use the N64. Jeez. Oh my goodness gracious. The N64 transfer pack here. Insert. Insert. So this apparatus. It's a good time. Okay. Now we're gonna turn on the N64. Oh my. Let's get the capture going. Oh, we got scan lights on. And HDR. We're cooking. We're cooking with gas. Here, let's adjust that. It does look better with that stuff on. But, alright. We're recording. Gameplay. Recording me looking like a goof. Game pack check. None. The contacts could be pretty dirty. I don't really want to take this thing apart and clean it right now. That would not be fun. But see, here's the catch with this. So let's try the newer controller. We have this Brawler, whatever, Brawler 64. Oh, this doesn't even fit in there. Alright, not an option. Alright, if it doesn't work with the greenie here, I might just resort to cleaning. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put the controller down, so there's some, like, gravity there. Huh. We're at least acknowledging a signal. We're just gonna lift the desk. Huh. Okay. Let's just try again. Nope. Okay. We've made progress. It's acknowledging the pack in the game. When in doubt. No. What is it? What is the problem? Huh. Do I have to Google the transfer pack instruction booklet? Do I have the transfer pack instruction booklet? Do I? If I did, maybe? Pokemon Stadium game pack is in the control deck when using a transfer pack. They spelled pack with a K, like just P-A-K. That's how cool it was. It's mentioned, but I do not have it specifically. So, let's just try. Heck, this process may not be possible if I keep. I mean, it could just all be dirty contacts. And a little Q-tip and a little isopropyl alcohol. I might have Q-tips here. I do not have Q-tips here. But I do have my isopropyl alcohol. I will be back. This shouldn't cause a problem if I leave with the microphone. Why not? It'll reconnect when I return. To be continued. I have returned. Q-tip in hand. Yeah, I'd say that was a little dirty. I'd say that was a smidge on the dirty side. How long am I supposed to wait, you think? We're gonna go ahead. Good clean insert on everything. Ugh. Dang nabbit. Alright, one more controller. The gamer way. Just one more. Old Faithful. It'll match the Game Boy. Probably equally yellow. Well, actually, no. This is darker. Anyway, we'll use this guy. We'll give it one more shot. Alright. Progress. Okay. The goal here. How do you move them back? Do you go to the big Game Boy? Play your Game Boy. I don't want to play them. I want to transfer them back. Can I even do that? I haven't. I guess I haven't even answered that simple question. Organize and trade Pokemon. Okay. Maybe the sophisticated PC? Yeah. I have registered teams. This position's actually hurting my back. So the registered Pokemon may not work. This may be dead. Maybe a moot mission. Because they're registered. They're not in a box. Bulbasaur. So that's undoubtedly what I've done. Like, they're right there. Ugh. This is going to require further research. The quest continues. Good morning. Truly good morning. It's 5:30. I have a half hour left before I need to go pack some lunches and cook some breakfast for the ladies. But I can't shake the idea of the next leg of this Pokemon journey, so I'm gonna try. It's going. It's not the intended route, but there's apparently a application on PC called PKHeX that could read the save file. So maybe we can move those Pokemon over in their data by using the computer instead. So it's not the intended route, but it could be a way to save them. So I need to get my wife's old Windows laptop and see if I can even get PKX running. I need a flash drive. I got a whole lot of SD cards. Oh, here we go. Here are the ones I'm looking for. I was like, that's not really what I want. Okay, PC's up and running. And I don't want to figure out how to record a PC screen either. We must have faith that I am doing the stuff. Games. The fans begin to whirl. Oh, I have 20 minutes. But if I get this app ready, let's see if I can figure it out. This Reddit post. Is there a tool to extract .pkm files of registered Pokemon in Pokémon Stadium? AKA my exact problem. Other slots? Oh, there they are. Hope. Hope is kindled. Alright, open. Let's open that safe. So I sort of drag it to the box. Oh, okay. Now you're in the box. I don't really know. Am I putting this back on the cartridge in the box? Is that what's happening here? That could be interesting. Just try that, I guess. We're gonna have to write the data, and then we're gonna have to come back later and see if it worked. Hello, once again. You'd think I'd just like stand the desk all the way up. Maybe I should just do that. Rise. Much better. I don't have to bend over. You can still see the screen. Alright, I'm back. The girls have left for school. We're going to see if the save transferred over to the stadium cartridge. So, alright. That works. Can you even see my tiny head? You can. Alright, we're going to go to the lab. Yep. Nope. Well, yeah. That didn't seem to work. All right. It's going to require further save moving around, I suppose, on that PKHeX app. That's what I'm going to have to do. Back to the PC. Let's open the save I made. There's a box. Aren't I just so well lit? I mean, this is how I operate most of the day, which is probably not healthy. Dump box. Okay, it dumped the individual Pokemon. I'm gonna have to get to work, so we're gonna have to hit pause again. Alright. Until later, at some point. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright. So we last left off, I think, with me trying to figure out how to get the, what do you call them? The registered team on Pokemon Stadium into a box on Pokemon Stadium. I was trying to keep everything in Stadium. So then I could use this, the transfer pack, to transfer it to the Game Boy cartridge. I was trying to keep it all within the transfer of them within official peripherals. But I had an idea yesterday that hit me, and it seems kind of the only way to move forward was to take the Pokemon from the registered team in Stadium, save them as individual files, and then load them into this save here, right? And so yesterday, I didn't film it, but yesterday I did just that. I moved it all over to blue, but I haven't checked the save file to see if it worked. So they should be in the box. So let's clear the way. Let's test it out. And just see if it works. Because if that works, we have a save file that has the Pokemon, and then we can focus on the 3DS transfer. So, up we go. What angle do I need to be for you to see? If I still had my pocket, this would be the spot, right? That's a good angle for you. Alright, we have a Pokedex of 5. Okay. I didn't put them in my team. Pidgey is gone, which is a good sign, I think. Someone's PC. Oh, baby. That is what we needed. I really gotta clean this thing, get the save button work. There's my Mew. You can't see it because it's so dim. There's the trainer data. We know, though, that this worked. So, now the goal is to take this save data and bring it over to the 3DS. That's my next task. Alright, the work part of the day is done. I'm back, and we're here at the computer, actually recording the screen this time, ready to rock and roll. So, I've got the save file right here. And I wrote down some steps on my little field guide here. Wrote down some steps, field notes, of what I need to do. And so I've got the save here. I'm gonna move this off of my SD card. And the first thing is just to convert. with the save file converter, which I just wrote about. So we've got a save cart original cartridge. Let's choose the type. It's a Game Boy cart. Games, Game Boy, Game Boy. And we're going to convert that. Would you look at that? All right, load an alternate save. That works. So far, so good. You know what? Yes. They would be on the PC, right? All right, the Pokemon are there. So I don't feel a need to do anything with that. Okay. We've done these steps. So I'm going to duplicate so we can keep this kind of safe. But I believe what I'm going to have to name this is sav dot, I think. But now what we need to do, move over to the trusty, rusty 3DS. And what I need to do is back up my save for Pokemon Blue in the Virtual Console. And so what we're going to do, we're going to open up this save dump game dump tool. And we need to find Pokemon Blue. We want to save data new. And we'll call it 240509 blue. Okay, it's been saved. There we go. Okay. I gotta go get a screwdriver. The worst. The worst. Part of the 3DS, new 3DS XL, is without a doubt the need to pop open this sucker with a screwdriver. Especially when apparently your 3DS is worth $700. You just keep popping this thing on and off, on and off, on and off. All right. SD card extracted. SD card inserted. If we come in here, I think it's in here. There we go. I'm going to take these and copy some backup copies. And then I'm going to bring this save .dat, I believe, replace, boot, restore. Apparently that's all I have to do. I have this kind of hooked USB-C cord out the front there. It goes to my capture card way over there, and then makes getting SD cards in and out of said system pretty complicated. Now, am I so confident that I can screw this, put this back on and screw it without having to reopen the 3DS? I think so. It's my level of confidence and my understanding of the systems at play here. So let's give it a shot, shall we? So back to our homebrew application, J something, JK, JLMO, I don't know. Alright, there's Pokemon Blue. Save data. Restore. Yes. Okay. Virtual console. Alright. Kinda the moment of truth. That's not a great sign. It's still making music, but the system's completely frozen. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Give that one more shot before I start looking up other resources. I only really watched one video. Seemed straightforward enough. Renaming a file, moving it. Oh, the 3DS at least is acknowledging the game. Okay. We're really cooking with gas now. Oh, 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 oh. It's blue with 31 minutes. It's blue with 31 minutes. We're in the Pokemon Center. Ah, I've got a 6-hour save on the 3DS. Oh! Alright, they're there. I don't know. I don't know if this will work. Alright, next step is to go to the Pokemon Transporter. The Poke Transporter. Alright, press start button. That's interesting. Didn't expect to have that. All my Pokemon are dead. Use this game, Pokemon Blue. Oh, baby. We're cooking now. Transporter to bank, bank to home. Connecting to internet, connecting to internet. Now, the server shutting down shouldn't have impacted transport. Right? Bank and transport are supposed to be up. They're like separate services. Unable to connect to server. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What is this? Okay, so that's... I don't like this not connecting to the internet thing. That's not a good sign. Oh no. The past month. Oh, I did. TGP J2. I did change my DNS to hook up to the DNS. Oh, thank goodness. I did to try and hook up to the fan servers for Black and White 2 for the battle that we were going to do. Scaring me out here. TGPJ2, you're my hero. Assuming this works. Oh, we talking to the bank server. That's fine. That's okay. I suspected this would happen. At some point in this part of the journey, I expected my Mew would not be able to make it. And that's fine. The Mew I got using the Missing No glitch, basically modifying the hex in the game. So it's not an official Mew. So I get that. Yes, I would like to move this box, though. I knew Lapras and Gengar could make the jump. So this was the expected bummer along the way. But it's okay. Now, could I maybe use like a hex editor to make it appear real? Sure, but it's not real. So it's okay. I'm looking for the Pokemon Bank box. Or the transporter box, I guess. Might have to Google that. Okay, that's the game. No, this is the game. That's not my Lapras. Where's the transport box? I'm so confused. There it is. Okay. So I'm putting them in. Can I just? Yeah, bank. Just keep it internal and bank here. Oh, we move a whole box. Should I just move all the boxes? This is a one-way trip. Yes, quit. All right, we're gonna go back, put them in their own box. I don't want to move all the 3DS Pokemon quite yet, because I still have to do a great migration from Heart Gold, Black, and Black 2. So I kind of wanted to do a great migration, back up all the saves, and so I could keep them multiple places, of course, and then do the great home migration from 3DS, which kind of needs to be a project I tackle soon. This is kind of like, it's whetting the appetite for the great transition, the great transfer. Move to home. Begin. Box 5. Done. Move to home. Oh, I gotta go boot up home now. Oh. Oh no. Let's set everything. You gotta set certain cameras up. That's hilarious. Okay. We're back. We have the Switch set up. Everything was actually up to date, surprisingly. So let's open up Pokemon Home. I know basically we're smooth sailing from here. I know this is gonna work. I'm at least confident in it working. But it's still a little nervous, a little nerve-wracking. Let's bring that down a little bit. So, entering the moving key displayed in Pokemon Home, I wonder if this is... No, these are timed, so you can see these. I have to agree. Alright. Begin. Moved Pokemon. Yep, did that. Ready. Only valid for 3 minutes. Create the moving key. Alright. ND. Your moving key has been confirmed successfully. Sit tight. I don't normally have all these on. They're too bright, they're too harsh, and I can't, only have some of them on. But they're on. The moving key has been entered. Moving preparations will begin. Is it over? Move preparation is complete. There are 2 Pokemon that can be moved. Save, yes please. I mean, yes, we want to get things out of the 3DS and DS ecosystem. I mean, truly. Let's see. Just they're existing in home right now. Yes, please. Alright, I think I can... I actually like English. There's the Game Boy icon. It's Ash, which is what I would have had and said. Now it's interesting. Obviously, the nature and ability wouldn't have been there. On 5/9/24. I wish you could change that. I wonder how. There's not even a way to accurately do that. So that day, that'll be held item none, serve all this, but it's interesting. Great stats. Amazing stats. What do I have God tier? That's kind of a beefy baby. Well, I did it. I did it. Cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this to wrap this up. It worked. My idea worked. Not as I originally envisioned, but my idea ultimately worked, which was to get a team that I registered God knows when back on Pokemon Stadium here in the N64. My goal to get it from here to modern day Pokemon, Violet or Home, essentially. And can be the physical manifestation of Home. The goal from here to here, however right to left works in video, worked. And the journey to figure this out, right, that we've just gone on, which ostensibly was N64 to PC to Game Boy to 3DS to Bank to Home. That was the trail, roughly, of systems in place. That proposed a question to me that I struggled with toward the beginning of this process, which specifically was N64 to Game Boy. I wanted originally to keep this transfer process pure in the sense of all within official means up until the save data swap on 3DS. That's obviously not officially supported in any capacity, and so I was just manipulating data by just switching out a save file, just like you may have done on a memory card back in the day or something. Not cheating or hacking or anything like that, just changing a save file. When I realized that, in my ignorance as a child, that registering is not the same as storing on a box, which was a feature at the time that I was not aware of. At least I don't recall it. So I never truly stored it, but I did store it. It's very interesting conceptually. And because of that registration, essentially duplicating the Pokemon, not moving them individually, right, to a box, this link was broken. The ability to go back to this cartridge through official means. And that kind of prompted this question of what is a Pokemon? The only way I could make this process work was to use the PC tool PKHeX to save those Pokemon as individual files, computer files, and then load those files into a save data for Pokemon Blue, essentially turning PKHeX into the transfer pack for the N64. Now, what would the transfer pack have done? It would have moved the ones and zeros from my N64 cartridge to ones and zeros on the Game Boy cartridge. And what did PKHeX do? It moved the ones and zeros from the N64 cartridge to the Game Boy cartridge. So are those ones and zeros any less real? Is it a different Pokemon? Is it my Pokemon that I captured back in the early 2000s when I was playing this game? Yes and no. Yes. Like, bit-wise, the Ash is there, the trainer number is there. I suppose the date is wrong. There's no real way for that to truly... I'd have to modify it beyond that. Even the Mew that I caught, which is illegitimate from a tournament or conceptual, official Pokemon standing, not real. Although I used a cartridge, I didn't use a Game Shark or anything, it was all within game, so like technically it's real, but it's not. So the Mew is gone. It can't make the leap into the modern era, but that's okay. I think I have a Mew somewhere. I have a Jirachi. Like all those legendaries that I saw it as a youth, I've gotten back because they eventually always come back. And so initially I struggled with it and almost called it quits. Like, I can't do it. But when you think about it, it's just the ones and zeros. And is a Pokemon what I make it, what I think of it as? I haven't thought about this Gengar or this Lapras for over a decade, 15 years. I didn't remember they existed until backing up the save and moving them. And seeing that registered team and going, oh my goodness, that is... I wish I had my whole team. I wish my Venusaur was there, a Mewtwo. Like, I wish more were there. I don't know why they aren't. It'd be great to go back and find out. But my Pokemon were here, and I was able to bring two of them forward. And that's super cool and unique to Pokemon, truly, in the video game world. I guess the closest example I can think of is a GameCube controller for Smash Brothers, being that not only have there been official adapters made, but new controllers manufactured up until Ultimate's release on the Switch. But Pokemon has a real legacy here of being able to take things from the very beginning. I mean, truly, the beginning. And being able to carry those bits and those bytes into modern infrastructure, into Pokemon Home. Being able to go into Scarlet and Violet, Arceus, Sword Shield, Shining Diamond, Brilliant Pearl, and flip those around. And I need to do this great migration, right? From the DS to the 3DS to the Switch. In Home, it's supposed to be this safe space, right? Where I can safely and confidently move all these Pokemon and I'll be able to take them with me as I go. But what happened, sure, I have data copies of these. I have save datas and can put them back on the cartridge and they exist in their original state. But what happens to these when Home gets shut down someday? Where do they go from there? What do I do with this Pokemon now? These are kind of some questions that popped up that I hadn't really thought of before this. And they're interesting to think about now. But I mean, summary at work, right? I moved Pokemon from the N64 all the way up to the Switch. That makes me believe that I can move a Pokemon from anywhere, any game, forward. Because this is proof, because this is a Gen 1 transfer. And there was all the confusion, you couldn't make that Gen 1 to 3 or 2 to 3 or something trade. I've broken that barrier because of the Virtual Console on the 3DS. And now that that's shut down, that's gone, right? See, it's interesting. The Pokemon can move, but the games don't. Because there's no way now that the 3DS eShop is shut down, there is no way officially to get Pokemon from original versions of Red, Blue, Yellow, Silver, Gold, Crystal. Technically, the only way to buy these Pokemon games now is physically. So those 3DS remakes of Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Like, there's no official means to play these games and migrate Pokemon from there until they come to a platform in the future. It's interesting, that separation, that there's such a legacy of support for the Pokemon themselves, but not the games. That's another interesting question. I don't have the answers to these, but maybe it's something for you to think about. Maybe comment down below. I guess that's what a YouTuber would say. But anyway, thank you for joining me on this journey as I figured it out in real time. I appreciate it. This was fun. This was challenging. This was creative. And now you know. You can get Pokemon from Stadium all the way up to Modern Eras with a little bit of finesse, couple of tools, and patience. So, good luck, Godspeed, and keep on keeping on. See you next time. Adios, everyone.